Okay, so I have this case here, and I have holes drilled in the top here that fit these different parts. So I'm going to take the pieces that go on the speed control, I put a little bit of flux in the top of each of them. Now, you can use soldering guns. I have this nice, I guess I should be careful, soldering gun. It's very quick to heat up. It's very hot. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put, and I'm going to tin all these connections. It's called, okay? So, by doing that, let's hold this up higher here, I'll show you. I'll put solder inside there. I'm just going to cut it off and let it seal. See? Do each one. Okay, they're full of solder now. Okay. Now I'm going to take the speed control and the wires, and they've already soldered these, or you could say tinned them, but I don't trust their solder. And I'm going to use this here solder that I have. It's a 60-40, I think. Okay. If you guys can see that. You solder those back up. Okay, so I got solder in these here pins. Now I'm going to set this here. I'm going to heat this pin up, and I'll let the wire go in. And that's set. We'll get the next one. Oh, there's a little extra solder there. Oh well. Well, it's okay going down the outside of this. That's a little excess solder, I'll say that right now. I'm going to get some of that off of there. Over here on the camera. Just going to melt a little bit off. Let it drain back onto the solder gun. I'll come in here and we'll do this last one. Okay? Now these pins, I never want to come unsoldered. You don't have to use, I don't use that much solder, but it is a, read that again, make sure I'm saying right, 40-10, 60 lead. Yeah, and I don't like using lead-free. Okay, so whoa, we can come back out. Now we can see that I've got those 4 ends on there, nice. Okay, I have to put shrink tube on these yet. We'll do that in a minute. Okay, now I have this end. You see here and here, I have a hole cut for that. So that fits in. Can you see that? There's a hole. I used a broken one, and I made a hole here so that fits right in there. So make sure we got some shrink tubing. Okay, now this one here, we have to put shrink tubing on these wires before we connect them onto the Dean's plug. There's going to be no way to get them on otherwise. Now, let's not forget to put a little flux on all these connections. And we're going to tin them and then solder them. So I'll get this ready. And remember, when you're doing these plugs and stuff up, it's very important you don't do stuff backwards. Okay, get those tinned. And that. So now, I'll take this, make sure that it gets a very good hot connection. You don't want to move it, and you don't want to get too hot. I mean, that's a Dean's plug will melt. They will melt. Okay, so I get the positive in there. Now I'm going to come over here. Now, I don't know, a 60 watt, 80 watt soldering iron, at least. I get this stuff heated up pretty good because this is a 140 watt soldering iron. 140 watts. Yeah. 100 watts / 140. Okay, so I'm looking at those and very happy with that connection. Oh, let's zoom out a bit. I am happy with that connection. So I'll put the shrink tube up over them. Here's your heat gun. A lighter, a candle. I don't know, many things I guess we can use. There we go. We have the end on the ESC. Now we got this end to do. All we have left to do is put the connectors on the motors. And now again, I've got these smaller holes here. They fit the 3mm in the ends of these ones. And remember, we want to put a little bit of flux in each one. Now these ones, of course, we want to be very careful not to use any excess solder. Okay? Make sure you don't use excess solder. Woo.